Yo, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are taking a look at SMG trading that is owned by Marco Grassini. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. According to Instagram bio over there, it says he's an Italiano entrepreneur, crypto and forex trader, mentor of the year 2 years in a row. Beautiful. And then blue screens and DJ codes there at the bottom as well. Now there's a couple of things I do want to talk about these signals. Firstly, they are quite good when they are when you can understand them, right? These signals, they do come with they do come with a with a how to, it comes with a whole introduction, a tutorial that you need to understand. And if you don't understand it, it might inconvenience you most of the time, and I'll speak to you guys about that now. So the tutorial for these signals, they look like this, right? So you need to understand this in order to take the signals. So I'll tell you what the good and the bad is about this, right? So the good thing about this is it is showing that they are very transparent to make sure that you understand how the signals are working, which is always good to see. Let's go through it. Now it says, guys, when I say trail your stop loss, what I mean is the minute your first TP gets hit and we move into profits, the TP level in price, that TP level in price now becomes your stop loss. So they do trade with TP1, TP2, TP3, which we're going to get to as well, right? And this is here, and I hope everyone understands that what trailing your stop loss means, right? But here you go. When a signal is sent, you plot out the price on your chart and enter only should the price go above or below the level. If I specify that you must wait for the price to retrace before execution, this means when the signal is sent, the price needs to move through that specified level first. Don't enter, it must retrace, pull back thereafter. Only once the price moves back through that level, you enter the trade. If I don't specify wait for the retrace, then you enter at the given price. Please note signals are sent using the following charts, which is a Wanda and Blackpool, which is what we're going to use here to talk through some of these signals as well. Now, the good thing about this is that it's very good to see that there's some clear instructions laid out for people to understand how to utilize the signals to their best ability. That's the good. The bad thing is that if you're someone who works a full-time job and this signal gets sent to you, you cannot immediately execute it at the current price. So you can't run to the toilet and go there quickly and like, oh, no, because there's this, but I think they're making use of limit orders because you need to wait for the price to break above a certain price, wait for it to pull back, and then you enter. So if you are busy working, because a lot of people who do use the signals, they are working, but if you are working, and you might find yourself missing out on most of these trades because you wouldn't be able to sit there and monitor the charts while you wait for the price to break and then re-enter on that as well. So there you go, a good and a bad, because I know some people always say you never give credit where credit's due, when I do all the time. But again, make sure you guys watch the video from the beginning until the end. So let's go through some of the signals here, right? So I've plotted a couple of them, and the rest of it, we're going to talk through it. This signal group speak for itself. They've got everything in here. You got the signals, you get the polls, you get the updates, how we can improve, which is something that you don't normally see with the signal group, right? And I can give them a lot of credit for that, because I always believe in transparency to the consumer and always trying to do better in terms of what you're trying to give back to the consumer at the end of the day as well. So let's move quickly through these signals. Right now, this is what the signals look like. Now this one was sent on the 1st of May. It's a sell on the Dow Jones. Now TP1 is 1%, TP2 is 2%, TP3 is 3%, right? The overall trade gives you a 1 to 3 risk to reward, which is always good to see, right? Now when I say it is good to see in this case, it's because they also explain to you how you need to trail your stop loss. When TP1 hits, that means you need to put your stop loss there so you can't trail it. The only problem, that's the good side of it. The bad side of it is sometimes your risk could potentially be skewed out over here. What do I mean by that, right? So when you do take a trade and let's assume that your stop loss might have triggered, right? That means you would have been down 1%. So in order for you to get past break even, you would need TP2 to hit on the same lot size. But how do you know whether TP2 is going to hit? Or do you just set to TP1 or do you set to TP2? The only way for you to make back some of the money is that you now can only use TP2 or TP3 in order to be profitable out of that two trades that you've taken, because taking TP1 again put you in a slight loss because of spreads, but it could also potentially put you at break even as well. But the overall risk to reward on these trades, they are quite good. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not a big fan of TP1, TP2, TP3, even though they are structured in the way that they send it. Right now, the reason why I say it's kind of difficult to plot these trades is because, for instance, when you do plot the trade, what you need to do is you need to go back to the book and you need to go, now I must wait for the candle to go above and then close below. And then if we have to do that with all of the signals that are being sent here, we're probably going to sit here for the entire day, right? So in this case, there was a TP1 that got triggered right over there, and you can see it's about 1%, and they'll give the updates as you go along. Now, I'll show you some of the signals that got sent, and then I'm also going to excuse me. So here we go. Unfortunately, sorry, let me just go back. So there, the first one was this, triggered. The TP1 got hit. SL moved to break even. If you got taken out to break even, you can still take the setup. However, wait for the price to move again, and only if the price goes below, you can take the entry again. Now, in a situation like this, I wouldn't expect them to give so much instruction to someone who had paid you for a signal group. A signal group is there for you to signal someone when to enter the market. Like, you can't give instruction to say that I need you to do this when that happens. No. I paid you for you to tell me I need to buy and I need to sell and I need to close and I need to open and I need to do this, I need to that. You can't give me further instruction. I paid you to go and follow, to go and do the research, go and do the instructions. I want to sit at my desk and I basically just want to take the signals. You understand? Now, why is this a good thing and a bad thing? A good thing is that, again, it once again shows their commitment to transparency, but it also shows that they also don't want to take that full accountability upon themselves. They kind of want to pass it on to the consumer as well. So if you do lose your money, you might get a message to say that we are not liable for any loss that but I understand that, but any case, sell the Nasdaq on the 2nd of May, and we're gonna go there very quickly. Again, like I said, you guys are going to vote for this signal group in particular, and I'm going to drop June sometime this coming week also, so you guys can kind of see exactly what had happened in there as well. Right now, here's a good example of a trade. I would have just said stop loss hit. Right now, here you can say move stop loss. Remember to trail your stop loss, as I have taught you. Again, I love the information. Please also understand, in forex nothing is guaranteed. I will not be held accountable for any losses whatsoever. I think there needs to be some sort of accountability on your side, because you are giving the instruction to the consumer in exactly what it is that they need to do. If I tell you drive straight and turn left, then you do exactly that, then you get involved in an accident. I mean, I never wanted to do it. You told me to do it. There needs to be some sort of accountability to you. Just like there's accountability to you to withdraw the money that I've sent to you. There needs to be, not me though, but everyone else, right? So something like this, allow the price to go above, and there you can see there's a good explanation on there as well. But in any case, the signals, they continue, and that's why I said I didn't want to plot all of them, because then we're going to have to sit here and we need to go, did the price go above, or did it go below, or did it do this, or did it do that, right? So this is kind of what I plotted over here, and this is what it looks like. This one was a full 3%. This one, again, like, I would just count this as a stop loss, but they are going to tell you what the instruction says might have never happened. So we're going to go through these signals. We're going to talk about the rating that was scored in the signal groups as well. There you can see there's more signals, and you can see some of it gets an update, others don't. Okay, so let me just keep quiet and just speak you guys through it. Okay, so they say if you use the 0.01, you could potentially earn 3K. A one lot would have earned you 300K. But you do know that in order to trade a 0.01 that would have earned you 3,000, you would have probably needed I don't know how much money, maybe a grand. Sorry. Let's go. Okay, second option, you can place a buy stop on Nasdaq. um TP1 hit, TP2 hit, all TPC hit, right? That's a full 3% over there. And I kind of want to get you guys over here, right? So I'm just going to get to the signals. This was on the 9th of May, and you'll see there, okay, there's another explanation, right? So in order to enter this trade, you need to wait for the market to go above that price, then enter. Again, it's good examples of how you can enter the trades. I just feel that from a consumer's perspective, remember, people invest in signals because they are too busy working. Like, to give an example, I get about, I don't know, I get probably like between 50 to 60,000 signals every day. And if I get a signal that explains to me what I need to do, I'm not still going to take it. You understand? I just want to know where I need to sell, where my stop loss is going to be, where my take profits is going to be, whether there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, buy Nasdaq there. So there's another example. So you need to understand this, the signals in order to take them, right? There's a TP2 was it, TP2 potential earnings. Okay, there's a buy on the Nasdaq there. So there they say it was supposed to be a straight buy. I just want to see if that buy Nasdaq. Yeah, you see. So this is another thing, right? So now they say buy, and then you buy, and then they say, yeah, but you were supposed to wait for the market to pull back first, right? There's the 14th of May, and then you get that one again, right? Then there was a second option. 1,000 pips drop in 1 minute. We're looking for something like this. Now, I want to just get to this signal so you guys can see. But I'm sure by now you guys have seen it. But I want to show you guys the actual feedback from the people in the group, so that before anyone says that they would have made money or they would have been happy, it's always important to understand, whether people in the money is making money with the signals or not. So on the 22nd of May, there was a poll that was completed, right? And it was asked, are you all happy with the signal and the performance? 46% of people said yes, 54% said no, right? Obviously, the person who had provided me with this information also said no. So that kind of gives you an indication of which way we're leaning more towards, right? And that is why I say it doesn't really matter what I say in these videos. If the consumer feedback pulls through negative, then it really doesn't matter what you say, who has had no experience of this group, but just because you like him, maybe, you think that it is okay to just say that you would have made money from the signals. But the good thing is that they ask, where's the issue? We want more pips, we want less drawdown, we want swing trades, we want less SLs hit. So you can kind of see here it says we want less drawdown. Some people say we want swing trades and we want less. I think the only way to solve this problem, right? And again, Marco, don't fucking waste my time by telling me let's take 100 to 10,000, right? Because I don't have the time, bro. Or let's take, no, this is not about me. This group is not mine. I'm not making any money from this 144 subscribers, right? So unless you pay me half of what you make there, then we can talk. But if not, then don't waste your time. Any case, the only way to solve this problem is get rid of this whole thing of, this is what you have to do. Just get rid of this whole instruction manual for a signal group and focus on just sending signals at a direct execution. Firstly, you got a good risk to reward That's a good thing. Very tight stop losses. That's good to see. But I think people just want, because you know what, I said this before and I'll say it again, right? So whenever you do a signal review, you guys, not just you, but all of you, these guys out there, you have this picture of what your performance is like, right? You think in your head, right? I'm the best trader because I can flip. It's like Andy, which you posted on your Instagram story, right? I'm gonna play this so you guys can watch that also. But you guys have this thing in your head, right? Hi everyone. So we've decided to give markets.com a try. Sign up with my affiliated link and I'll show you how. Right, there is Sasa Grassini. Okay, cool. And then that's the rest of the signals. Now this might have not been there's the usual signal review. I'm gonna do June and I'm going to try and plot all of them for you guys also. But for me personally, there's a lot of things you need to understand with these signals in order to get them right. The easiest way to fix a problem like this, right? A signal like this and getting such negative feedback, well, the majority of negative feedback is to send direct executional trades, right? People sign up for signal groups because they are very basically occupied throughout the day and they want to have less, like nobody wants to read through a whole paragraph. We just want to execute the market at the price. So if you want to fix this things over here, the best thing I can tell you, bro, is stop with this instruction manual, because it's very easy to show people how much money you make, but clearly you can see not everyone's happy with the way your signals are. Like I was saying, most of you guys who sell signals, in your head, you think you are the master magician at signals, right? You think you are this best trader until you need to sell your signals to someone else, and then people is like, but I don't like this, and then you get upset because because you can't swallow your ego. And I'm not talking to you about you, but I'm saying that, but now you can't interpret that information to say that, but you can't tell me my signals are bad if I'm making money off it, right? If you need to measure your success, you always look at how other people are doing, and if they're not doing well, then it really doesn't matter how many withdrawal screenshots you post at the end of the day, because if they are that good, you shouldn't be selling signals. That's it from my side, guys. I will give you guys a June update and I'll try my best to read through the tutorial and on how these signals work, but they do become a little bit complicated and they do become time consuming if you are working. Thank you for your time, and as always, cheers for ears.